If you've been having issues with Roundup-resistant weeds, here's what we need you to do in soybeans. Use the 3-pre strategy. That basically is one of the yellows, a metribuzin, and a PPO.
Now, you can do it all at the same time. Like for our farm, we'll put all 3 out at the same time because we've got a short growing season. We're going to plant soybeans probably the 1st of May. We'll put all these herbicides out. We'll have crop canopy in about 6 weeks, hopefully, if we get good weather, and we won't have a problem later on. If you're further in the south and you have a very long growing season, you may space out your residual herbicides a little bit. That's fine to do too.
It's really not fine though, Darren, because the problem is you're going to run out of residual later in the year. What they may have to do is use the 3 pre's at planting time and an additional pre a month or 2 ahead of planting time. The main thing is we just want to make sure you have good residual going into the season. And the reason why we're talking about these 3 different sites of action is they all have activity on most Roundup resistant weeds, whether it's lamb's quarters, it's water hemp, palmer pigweed, I mean a number of others. We just want to make sure that we're hammering those things as much as we can early on, because post-emerge we don't have real good options in soybeans if Roundup isn't working.
Okay, so we're thinking about our return on investment here. You're going to spend about 1.5 bushels of soybeans. Maybe you'll spend 2 bushels of soybeans on this residual program. It's easily worth it. If you have weed problems in your beans, they're going to cost you 5 or 10 bushels every time.
Okay, so real specifically here, when I talk about the yellows, that's Sonalan, Treflan, or Prowl. Prowl's the only one that can be used in no-till. Treflan and Sonalan have to be instantly incorporated. Personally, I like Sonalan the best, but Prowl and Treflan are not far behind that. Then metribuzin, that'd be like the old Sencor. If you have high pH ground, cut the rate back. You'll get the same performance and you won't invest hardly anything in the metribuzin, but metribuzin's an excellent product to use along with all these. And then the third thing is a PPO. That would be either Valor or Authority. We don't have pH limitations there with either of those products, and they are excellent on most Roundup resistant weeds.
Well, this strategy is pretty good for controlling Roundup resistant weeds, but will it stop our weed of the week? We'll show you coming up next.